The 90s anime art style comes back with a update and animation. Oh my god. The only 90s anime I've ever seen was Dragon Ball Z. I have seen, a little bit of clips of Yu Yu Hakusho and Inuyasha, so I've seen, a couple of clips here and there of 90s anime, and they always have this little, quirk to them. The whole battle shonen just being really awesome, and the fact that I've seen Dragon Ball Z, you can tell when a battle shonen is very 90s as well. And the comedy in this show, I will confess to you, comedy anime doesn't have me crying laughing. It has me laughing, not for very too long, but this show, the comedy just absolutely hilarious, and I just love it. It's just really hilarious to see with Ushio just bullying around Tora, the Tora being this big tiger demon who can basically produce electricity. And 5 years ago, Tora was basically causing a havoc in the city, and he even eat innocent children according to the third episode as well. So that just shows you how, even though he acts like a jokester in majority of the episodes, he is still a monster, a demon who will devour even children and eat you from head to toe, bones and everything, soul, everything is gone if you're near Tora. I do get the names confused sometimes, so I must apologize, because they're always together as well. And the fact that even, Tora is just very annoying to Ushio as well. He just wants to eat him. If he gets any chance, he'll definitely eat him in a very comedy-esque type way. And even some of the comic relief is just absolutely really hilarious in this show. And if you love comedy, if you love not pure comedy, but if you love a little side type comedy, you will definitely enjoy this show for what it is. And welcome to my first impressions, by the way. I did forget to say that sometimes I forget to say my introductions, but first, to this Biscuit impression where I talk about the first 2 episodes. This show has been confirmed for a second season. Yes, I am not lying to you. When I was researching the show, a second season has already been confirmed when the season launch. That second series, or the second season, is going to be 13 episodes. This is going to be 26, and it is a demon comedy shonen and supernatural. Now, for shonen anime, usually I have a very zero expectation for shonen anime in terms of story and sometimes character development as well, but sometimes my mind gets blown by shonen sometimes. So sometimes I do sleep on shonen anime, but not all the time as well. Hunter x Hunter, this sort of awakened my whole expectation, risen my expectation for shonen anime a little bit more. But just the fact that we got to find out about Ushio's character in the first 2 episodes. Obviously, the first episode we got to see him be more of a jackass, but the second episode we got to see him truly care for more people, since always just really like his father as well. Maybe just calls his father a bastard all the time. His father, him kind of have a comedy type relationship, as you can see. Obviously, family do let these kind of things just fly by and just give them a pass, sort of. So the story for Ushio and Tora is basically, Ushio's father is a priest in a church, and he was telling Ushio about a story 500 years ago where a samurai basically impaled this demon called Tora, who's apparently Tora, into basically a rock using a beast spear. And obviously Ushio doesn't really believe his father's stories. Who would believe a story about basically a big ass demon tiger being in a basement? Oh yeah, and the demon is in his basement apparently. So he lives in a a shrine church type area, obviously, because he's part of the old Tosuke family. And basically the samurai who impaled Tora was basically Tora is not actually his name. Ushio gave it to him because Tora basically means tiger in Japanese, I believe. And Tora does look like a tiger. So obviously, then later on, he went to the basement and obviously he was talking to him. So eventually, obviously, when he opened the door, this little, the demon started getting attracted to his aura, obviously Tora's aura, because he was there for 500 years. He had a chance to build up everything else. And obviously, when Ushio opened the door, obviously, demon started to attack his, 2 female friends. And obviously, those 2 characters are basically the love interest for the main character. I can already see a love triangle being drawn, and I just hope that to the end of the series, that eventually he chooses one of them to be his girlfriend or something. Because I don't want this to be like modern anime in a way, obviously, where the character just doesn't choose anyone, just goes on forever being like a harem, aka just like Nisekoi. But maybe that's not really the main interest of the show. Obviously, that's a little sideline thing. So obviously his friends get attacked, and obviously he has to basically use the beast spear apparently, and he had to free Tora to basically in order to stop all those demons. And obviously when he said he free him, basically I will eat you, whatever, and that starts the basically their fates are both intertwined. 2 souls are being intertwined in the beast spear. And then later on, the first episode are basically episodic in a way, trying to show us all the different demons, all the different characters, and build upon Ushio's character as well. His character reminds me of very 90s-esque anime, which this is definitely 90s-esque anime, because you can see from the art style, the music, the animation, the whole battle shonen aspect, which I just really enjoyed. And I hope this show does not be the underrated gem of this season, because it's literally confirmed for a second season. Not a lot of shows get a second season right off the bat, so I cannot wait to see Ushio's character develop, and even Tora starting to basically open up to the human race as well, and just seeing him be interested in human history. Obviously you would think a monster like him would not be interested in human history, but he really is. After he's trying to learn about the human history as well, and at the same time he tries to eat, Ushio as well, in a comedy relief type way. The comedy is just, it's very, well, comedy is very subjective. It just depends if you find it funny or not. But if you love 90s comedy, you will definitely love the comedy. And the manga itself, Ushio and Tora, was made in 1987, and JoJo Bizarre Adventure was made around the same time, a year after, I believe 1998. I already forgot what year the manga was made. I just did a review for it, but it was made around the same time as that, and it was 3 years older than the Dragon Ball manga. And actually, there was an anime of Ushio and Tora, but the anime adaptation is not really good. It's only 10 episodes. It's an OVA basically, so they decided to remake the anime itself and actually follow the manga as well. And Mappa Studios, who basically I consider, and some other people might consider, baby Madhouse and Madhouse Jr. as well. And Madhouse is absolutely good with adaptation, and the animation, the art style for the show is just absolutely brilliant. So if you have not seen the series yet, I do recommend you watch this series full-heartedly. Hopefully I've never let you down in terms of anime, to watch, but this series is definitely brilliant. The character is really interesting as well. He's kind of unlikable at first, but as the 2 episodes progress, you kind of like his character a lot more. And Tora is just an absolutely badass, being a lightning tiger, and you get to learn about Tora's history as well, which I definitely did really enjoy. So that's gonna wrap up my first year for Ushio and Tora. There's a second season confirmed. I did say that it should be on the video title, so be sure to check out the series on Crunchyroll. By the way, if you guys liked the video, be sure to give the video a thumbs up. If you did not enjoy the video, give it a dislike. I'm fine with that. Subscribe if you have not already. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I will be doing one more first impression for the season, then that should wrap up the first impressions, and hopefully the reviews and everything else will be back. I'll see you guys later. See ya.